Well, hey there, welcome to video number 2 of going from a service-based creative to a self-sufficient creator, and we got some good news today. This is phenomenal. So driving from Austin, Texas to Kansas City, had to come back for the holidays, and hopefully it won't stay long. I got a DM from Dehancer saying that they wanted me to send the photos that I posted the other day to them so that they could post it on their page, and I was like, oh, we're making headway. And I was like, this is so cool. But on top of that too, the funny thing was is that I forgot, and this is so funny, is typically when I start challenges like this on YouTube, life just gets real creative, right? Like the wildest things happen. Like I was like, oh, of course, I gotta shoot a 30-day challenge when I'm traveling to Kansas City. Like that's the wild parts of my life. But you know, that was one of the big things. Is like, let's talk about brands, working with brands. Number one, don't be the person who reaches out to a brand and is like, hey guys, I love your brand. It's awesome. I love an opportunity to create. Send me an email back, please. Like, don't be that person. That is not how you work with brands. If you want to work with brands, for instance, like Alexa and I shot with Alexa because I needed a model for Dehancer. They reached out for a review, and it's my second one I've done with them. So I was like, let's crush it. Let's give them some Chris. Let's give them the Chris effect, and they loved it. And then, you know, even before I posted those, I was thinking about reaching out with this recipe I'm about to give you guys, and it's super simple, right? And then what's funny is the company that Alexa wore, it's called, let me give them a shout out because I know she wants to work with them, and I was just messaging her this. It's called something like Royal Codes, I think, Royal Codes, because they reached out too. And you guys are seeing the way that this all works. Let me find this real quick. Yeah, Royal Codes. It's a girl's clothing, pretty cool clothes for girls. I would never wear them. I'm more of a Lulu guy, but you know, Royal Codes even reached out and was like, yo, these shots are beautiful. So when people are telling you your work's great, like you're already halfway there, but before my work was this great, this is a very simple recipe that I use to reach out to brands with. And what you got to do first is, number one, buy their product. So if you're truly a fan, you'll buy their product. Brands know this, right? So say I wanted to work with Lululemon. I'd buy one of their pieces of clothing that looked good on me or my model, and I wouldn't reach out without something to send them, right? So I'd do a shoot, but before we do the shoot, you actually got to go to their website. You got to think like, what's their mission? What's their branding? Like Lulu's all about like giving you permission to relax. And if you're a yoga teacher, they have the Sweat Collective, right? So those are two entry points. But number one, like Lululemon as a whole loves community-based stuff, right? So what I'd do is I'd go to a Lulu store, I would buy a piece of clothing or multiple outfits. I'd look on their website, I would see what their missions are, what they're marketing. I'd go on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'd get targeted by Lulu on purpose so that I could understand exactly what images they're creating, what their look is, how they're positioning it, and then what their style is, right? Because I don't want to send them something in right field when they're playing left field pretty freaking well, right? Like a little analogy there. I don't know, look at my head, it's spinning. But it's like, so then it's like, once you do your research, and it's very basic, like shoot the best product you can with that brand and then reach out. And you can reach out on their website. That tends to be like the lowest entry level. Typically I'll get on like LinkedIn and find their PR, marketing director, you know, director of sales, like any of those are, and social media is honestly the worst because most of the time those are creatives running those accounts and they actually see you reaching out as like competition. So what I do is like bypass the gatekeeper. That's the lowest level person is on social media. And I go to the higher ups, like I said, the marketing manager, the sales director, the CMO. Like you can find these people on LinkedIn really easy. And if you can't find them, I found this out in the travel industry, like just sign up for a newsletter. It has everybody's email at the end, right? So once you understand where to create entry or access the entry point, then what you do is send them your best work and you stage it in your email. You're like, oh my gosh, number one, I love your brand. Here's why I support it and believe in it. I went ahead and bought this product, or your model, and she looked phenomenal in it. We shot these shots and I realized it was very similar to what you guys are doing. Are there any opportunities for creators like myself to work with your brand? And you know, the more you can relate to them and sound authentic, the better, but always deliver something dope. When you show up with dope work to brands, like that's why they reach out to creatives, right? Because, and number two is like, you gotta solve somebody's problem, right? Like the marketing director is always looking for new ideas. well, instead of looking for a new idea, hi, my name's Chris, I'm a content creator, and here's some dope photos I took with your brand. Are you guys looking for any more ideas? And if so, like, what's your mission this year? Here's what I got from your website. Like, if you show them you've done the work, they will pay you because you're solving their problem, and their problem is to find people like you out there to create for the brand at a high quality, right? And if you know this, it's like, I even told Alexa, because I was like, yo, Dehancer's gonna repost us, dope. But outside of that, it's like I've been reposted by brands, and it doesn't stop there, but it's like that's the momentum you look at. And the funny thing is I drop a video this Tuesday, probably on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. It's gonna be called 30 Days in ATX. And that is what I was gonna actually leverage to create with Dehancer and be like, hey, you know, like I've used your guys' products on X amount of videos, here's some photos. Are you guys looking for sponsorship in a YouTube video, or would you guys be interested in sponsoring it where I slide in a little ad like Sam Colder or something like that? But it's so simple, and it's like that can be its own pattern, right? Like if I'm not doing client work anymore, working with brands is really fun. And it's like, as a creator, like I love free gear, but I also love money and I gotta pay rent. So then it's like, how can you put it all together? But then as a creator, it's like I haven't put it on my new website, but it's like when you get big brands, you want to showcase it because there's going to be a commonality. Like I got Premier League, NFL, YouTube TV, Dehancer, T-Mobile for Business, Airgas, Vasinol. Like I got a bunch of kind of like blue collar brands, but it's like I do a bunch of health and wellness stuff. So like Lulu could be a target for me, right? But it's seriously just this game of what does the brand need? What are they positioning themselves as? And how do you as a creative come in and give them something new? Because here's what else happens too. I'll lead you in on this secret is like brands love working with different creators because they don't have to like come up with new strategies. Like as a creator, I have my style. Somebody else has their style. And this person has their style. Instead of just hiring one and like full sending that style, they love to hire a bunch of creatives. And then it's always keeping their style refreshed. And then they'll be like, here's our brand guidelines. Please keep it within here. And that's all you got to do is like follow that little bit of direction. Because outside of that, like you're just simply creating. And once you get confident enough as a creator, it's really fun to endlessly create with these brands because now you can mold your style into different brands and then endlessly start raking in some money, getting free products. Like it gets really fun really fast. I wouldn't say it's the hierarchy of what I want to do, but it's like a gentle reminder. Instead of like having to get all these clients and stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's like just hit up 10 dope brands and be like, yo, here, that could get expensive with the model I gave you. But it's like as you get inspired and you use different products and you create different pieces of work, like send that to the brand and be like, oh my God, like I love this product. Here's how it helped me, give them R&D feedback, and then be like, I'd love to more opportunities to work with you. What's available with someone of my caliber, so forth. There's so many ways to reach out, but number one, do not reach out to a brand without looking at their website, their content. Like ads directly tell you how they're targeting and what their mission is. So like get into their ad space, go to their website, and then you'll be tracked on all platforms with their pixels for ads. So then you can endlessly see what they're throwing out there and then build upon it. Send it to them, and then before you know it, your website's going to be like brand, and then you're going to work with a couple brands that you really like, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this brand's awesome, and they're going to keep sending you stuff, and it goes from like collaboration to like sponsorship and brand ambassadors and so forth. Like it continually goes up, but you got to do a couple early ones to get the hang of it. And I had the luxury of working. I've worked with so many product brands. I did that for TikTok for a couple of years where a company would hit me up and be like, here's the next product. And I tell you what, it's the hardest content I ever shot because most of the time it was out of my market, but it taught me how to work with brands. And it also created a brand portfolio. And that's what I'd say. If you're a service-based creator and you're not quite to the point of understanding this video, then like just find some brands and start working with them. Like, wherever you're from, there's going to be brands on the rise, but also like try to work with big brands. The sooner you can get in with big brands, the sooner you can leverage that with any brands. And if you're working with products are really cool because what they'll tend to do is send you the product, and if they don't send it to you, then they'll give you ads or they'll give you spend on Amazon or you reimburse them. But at the end of the day, you get a ton of free products. Like I got the Inflate IQ by Rim IQ for my car. It is the best portable air upper for tires, and it chills in my car. I went to Bali, Costa, and Guatemala in one year, and then did this thing for Pinrid, and now I got travel dewormers whenever I go anywhere nomadic. Did stuff with like Disney and all these other brands, but it's essentially like, you get what I mean? It's like you'll start attracting brands, and then the brands want to work with you, and then you get to pick yes or no. But until you get to pick yes or no, figure out what brands you want to work with and start creating your portfolio. And even like you leverage that portfolio, send it to the brands, get reposted, like get in their radar. And it's like if you send them enough stuff, like don't do it so much that they're like they blacklist you, but like, you know, have multiple attempts. Give yourself some time to sharpen the blade and then redo it time and time again, because as long as you're not reaching and like, oh, I want to work with you, like they hate that. But if you like consistently show up to a brand and you show them how much you value the brand and you can create valuable content and they're going to see your growth arc, when you hit that certain point, they're going to work with you. It's inevitable. So yeah, let's just keep this one short, simple. I'm traveling. I just drove 10 hours. Woke up at 4 a.m. to get here, so this is going to be the end of this video, but stay tuned for tomorrow. Let me move my little Manfrotto mini tripod. I love my Manfrotto mini tripod. Like, Manfrotto is a brand I should hit up. But it's like yesterday I got a bunch of downloads of the future videos to create. That's how my mind works, is like I just kind of let it air out and then poof, poof, poof. So, but anyways, peace out, y'all. Ooh. Peace out, y'all. They're back just at the time I got this done. Cha-ching. See you tomorrow.